What's up, YouTube? This is Light Blue Yoshi coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Tabletop United's Monday group. I hope you've enjoyed so far, and I hope you continue to enjoy. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so that way you never miss a beat. Monday's group consists of Adrian with his Aaron Roman, Zane with his Growlithe, named Growlithe, Golden with his Baniri named May. Thank you to Thundersoft Screen Recorder that I use for all my recording needs. Thank you to Openshot Video Editor for all my editory needs. Golden has asked that we give a shout out to his two YouTube channels of Gold's Tri-Gears Gate and Gold Osprey, both of which you'll find in the description. And thank you so much to bensounds.com for all the music we use. You'll find a link to them in the description. Hope you all enjoy the video. So, your reflex in this is equal to your acrobatics.
Where's my deck?
Wow.
2d6.
Where the hell are my things pooped into?
Most of your stuff is down in intuition.
Okay.
I got mine mixture around certain areas. I had fever untrained.
I guess depending on the situation, you might be able to use combat or intuition, but general rule of thumb is that acrobatics is how swiftly you're able to not only balance on like the edge of a cliff, but how swiftly you're able to react to changing events.
Yeek.
Anyway, so we're getting off topic again.
But this off topic is a good off topic as it explains things.
Fair enough.
So he comes back with our Pokedexes, and does he like see the bolting on my face?
Yes, he does. He hands you back your Pokedexes, and he's just looking at you. He's like, "You got off easy."
Yeah.
No. The last person who did this, Oh yeah, he walked out of here with one less testicle.
Oh, man.
You got off easy.
Yeah.
How often does this happen? Or does that happen?
You don't want to know.
I tell you one thing, she's pretty cool.
She's nice.
She seems nice.
I fear for your souls.
Thank God.
Anyway.
Thank God I didn't have to use one of those pickup lines.
I would love to see.
I mean, I got a whole list, and there's
Next town, you're going to use that.
only if I find one that I like.
He sits here and covers both his eyes and is just like, be glad you didn't.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't.
Well, anyway, so
He then also taps you on the. He also taps you on the arm
Who?
because his like actual height is only about waist high, so he's standing on a stool to come up to where his head meets your shoulder height, and so he just taps Golden on the shoulder and tells you, next time you try to fraudulent your name, I'm gonna have to inform the police. Don't worry, I fixed it for you, so nobody will have any issues.
Out of
Wait,
curiosity.
how do you know his real name?
Out of curiosity, would that like, let's say this person is registering right here. Like it was like say like, hey, this person has registered at this place. Hello?
So, Pokemon trainer registering is so common that it's not like broadcasted to the world or anything. It's just kind of like done and there you go.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like the reason why I asked is because I don't know if we have to bolt out of here. Because right now is that thing says my actual real name, the Golden Striker.
Yes. He knows who you are because he's worked with your family before.
Oh.
I'm like,
Very few people who live in this region that have any sort of power whatsoever within it doesn't know your family.
So, how do you know me?
Oh, your mom and I went to a gathering, you could say, together. Way back when I graduated college. We ended up meeting, and I ended up becoming a professor, and we ended up meeting, and it was a good time.
Yeah. So, out of curiosity, did you call them, or you didn't call them? Actually, I prefer you do not call them. That I'm.
Why would I
here.
call them? If you're here, then that means you obviously have a reason to be here, and you obviously have a reason to go about the things that you are. I mean, your sister actually came by not that long ago, but maybe a month or two ago. Got herself registered.
Yeah. You guys, as you guys like sit there, I am sweating. I am legit like.
I thought I could see
Like,
that.
You
He's scared.
know that meme where the guy is like water is peering off his body?
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, yes.
That is what is going on with me. I am just like, I don't know what to do. I'm like shell shocked. I'm just sitting there staring at him like fear.
The fear of your mother knows where you are and possibly will find out where you are and
No,
had sex with her.
no. What it scares me is where my sister was here.
She was. She said a month or two ago.
Yeah, I know, but still, out of curiosity, do you know where she is? So I can stay clear away from her.
Nope, but even if I did, I wouldn't be telling you, not unless you have some coin, cash, and some moolah to sit here and grease the palms.
Let's get the fuck out of here, Dodge. Thanks to meeting with you, and I turn to the sister. I am deeply sorry. I am a total idiot, and I regret everything. Now, excuse me. I need to skip town. I pretty much run past you guys and bolt out of the building.
Well,
Oh, wow. Well, somewhat
Yes, we
associates. Alright.
I guess well, that was fun. I guess we gotta go now.
Yeah. Thanks y'all for the help in the restoration.
Bye. Be good. Take care. See you soon.
Wow, we didn't even
See ya.
get to find out the weeb anthro. Oh well.
I outside like on a knee and taking a hard deep breath, like my heart like I'm clutched my chest.
Relax, man. Relax.
You have no idea. Oh God, we need to get out of here as fast as physically possible.
Well, you on your knees not gonna help. So, are they behind us?
I get up and I turn around and see them. Like,
They're just kind of passing by.
Oh.
Just ignoring you and your whole situation.
What do you guys like to do? We can get some supplies and then we can head out, or
We should just leave.
I'm trying to like
Uh,
take a breath or something, but it's not working.
let's relax. Let's grab something to eat.
Okay.
Grab a quick bite.
Yeah.
rest up for a second. Hope let you catch your breath. What's in curiosity? The green buildings are the restaurants. What's the 2 restaurants?
You don't know. You'd have to go over and find out.
Well, we only have 1 restaurant, so.
There's 2.
There's
One at top left.
It's a Pika Pika. Or Pika place.
place.
Is the nearest one I see this one, right? Towards the right. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, there's this one over here. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, sure.
Walk. And what's the name of the place?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Bit odd for a perception, but got it.
So the reason for this is that you can go over to take a look at a building and end up staring in the window, which means although you'll learn about the restaurant regardless, you won't learn its name.
That okay.
So
a bit backwards, but okay.
So do we know it?
Yes.
Or do I at least know it?
So all of you learn it.
And...
He's writing it down. Also, it seems
Okay.
like it's the same place where those 2 went in.
Well, it was the nearest place, so... You know what I mean?
Hey, what's the red building?
Pokemon Center.
Oh.
And the light blue one is the Pokemon Mart. And I don't know what this purple one is. The dark purple.
The purple ones are the purples are just standard housing.
What about the dark purple?
That's black.
Black. Well, it looks like a purple.
And it might be within the things I meant to select black. That's a hotel.
That's the hotel. Okay.
Sorry.
It's like, you just gotta relax, man. We'll be fine. We'll just eat, grab something quick, and then we'll head out.
Yeah, well...
I know, I don't know all your situation, but...
Yeah. It's not my parents that you should be worried about. It's just my sister.
Well,
Hurry.
she was here a month or 2 ago. There's... For some strange reason, if she shows up, I don't know why, but...
There we go.
Grood Rod Drop.
Oh, I misspelled that.
I think it's supposed to be... Is it supposed to be Gudra Drop or Gudra, whatever it's fucking called?
Yes, Gudra Drop.
You should just leave it. It's unique. It sounds Italian.
Grood. I am Grood.
And is this a known... What would it be like, counterpart of this would be? Like... I don't know.
It's like a burger place, probably.
I don't know. It's if I'm thinking of Goo Dragon, that's the slime dragon Pokemon, or am I
There you
thinking?
go.
Yeah, it's a Gudra.
Gudra is a dragon type Pokemon that is basically a slug dragon.
Yeah. So what would
It's always secreting a unique type of goo that never stops secreting, and it can completely encase its trainer in this goo with just a single hug.
Yes.
I am aware of that Pokemon. It's one of the few. It's one of the ones I actually.
And what does this place represent then? Like, do we know that, or do we have to go into, or will we know this?
If you want to know its menu, you have to go in.
Fuck it.
Alright. Let's
Do
go
I?
in.
Do you see the woman in there?
Adrian doesn't care. Adrian
It doesn't matter.
has no fear.
I didn't make her pissed, so I'm good. Or we're not paying attention if you see her in there.
So this friendly dragon type Pokemon will hug its beloved trainer, leaving that trainer covered in sticky slime.
Nice.
Outstanding.
It attacks with retractable horns. It throws a punch that is equivalent to the force of 100 pro boxers.
Wow. So I guess we look at the if there's a waiter or whatever. Look at the menu. See what there is.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. An amazingly friendly Pokemon, but if left to itself, loneliness overcomes it, and it oozes gooey tears.
Oh, that's sad.
Sad.
That's adorable.
kind of sad.
It gets picked on because it's meek, but then whoever teased it gets to feel the full force of its horns and a good swatting from its thick tail.
The extra thick. Sorry.
That's
Fine.
amazing. One of the dex entries literally states within it, "Don't get mad." It's right here. It's very friendly towards people. If you grow close to it, Goodra will hug you with its sticky, slime-covered body. Don't get mad.
I wouldn't get mad. I think it'd be funny. Adorable.
Yeah. Sadly, there's a lot of weird shit that goes with that Pokemon too. So.
Well, anyway, let's. What's on the menu here? Or can we see the menu?
Yes, so you guys sit down. Within a few seconds, a waiter comes up to you guys and hands you a menu and asks what you would like to drink, as they do.
Out of curiosity, what do we sit at the opposite side of this room, right, from the two others?
I don't know. Did you?
Or
remember the size of the box?
yeah.
The size of the box isn't relevant to the size of the building.
Roll.
Yeah.
Roll,
Did
damn
we
master.
end up accidentally forced to sit a couple like a
Well,
table from them?
Roll a
We can roll.
D100. Roll a D100, and the closer we are to 100, the closer we set.
Okay, how about I do this?
Oh, you're doing something different? Okay. Making them roll perception.
You sat 24 tables away.
No, that's not bad.
Damn, there's a lot of tables in this building.
Coward.
That'd be a lot. That's a lot. Tables, yeah. I'm surprised. All right, so let's say the drink. I'll probably just get a tea. I didn't. Yeah. What's on the menu exactly? Then.
So, from looking at the menus, you guys can tell that this is a bit more of a fancier restaurant. The kind of place that you would take a girl on a date.
Oh.
That would explain why she rejected me. She's a lesbian.
Wow.
That's a very bold assumption you made.
Did she hear that? Or you think we're too far away for her to hear that?
Are you attempting to
I'll bolt out of this fucking
to
room.
not be heard?
Well, that's the thing. Did he say that out loud?
No!
This is a fancy restaurant, so it'd be quieter inside.
I will bitch slap both of you. Stop it.
Our logic is used to make you upset. It's great.
I will make my binary use pound on you.
I would sit here and have you do more rolls and whatnot if you were sitting closer. However, you guys are almost on the complete opposite side of the building.
Use a coward.
Fair enough.
Out of curiosity, can I roll if I know her? Since they know my family.
Not her.
The professor fucked your mom.
No, actually that professor is only about 15 years old. He is a literal child genius.
Your mom fucked his sister.
So basically, can I roll if I know, I've seen the doctor, the kid from somewhere?
Yes, you can roll to see if you know the kid. However, his sister did not attend his graduation as she was preoccupied.
With love.
Yeah. What do I have to roll? Is that a history or?
General education?
That would be general education.
I don't
Actually, technically, it would be a memory check.
What would that be then?
So, because there's no actual way to do a memory check in this system, I just run it by standard D&D logic where it's a D20 plus your level.
So in this case, 1d20 plus 2, then.
Yes.
Two D20s.
No, 1d.
No, 1d20 plus 2. I could have you roll general education for knowledge, but you're not trying to get knowledge about the world. You're trying to recall if you've ever met them before.
Okay, here.
13. What did he get?
So you vaguely remember a party celebrating some child genius. Let me see your age. Yeah, it was like 15 years ago. No, not 15. I'm stupid.
What? You like 3?
Yeah, it was about 3 years ago. You weren't happy about going, and you were only able to attend you were literally stuck attending only to be a waiter there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of big political parties wanted to meet the rising child genius, and some of them wanted to try to get them in his pocket. In their pocket.
It would be like the only reason I didn't like it is like I kept it hidden because someone was treating me like shit. It's like someone actually dumped their wine on me and like got my suit messed up and they blamed me for it. Like, no.
But that's common at those kinds of parties, you know. It was mostly the fact that it was just a political scheme.
Yeah.
So what's on the menu?
So, yes, you have a lot of your fancy Italian dishes. I'm just being vague and leaving it to you guys to get what you want, just because I don't want to have to think of an entire menu that's never going to get used again, most likely.
Probably not. Probably something not too expensive.
So, you know, like, sitting here and telling you the exact dishes that, like, the Pika place has and Grub and Grub has, fine. Those are going to be very common reoccurrences all throughout the game. It's quite possible people will eat there quite often because it's, you know, so common.
I probably, to calm myself down, I will order something cheap or something like that.
I probably the same. Cheap.
The cheapest menu.
Okay, so the cheapest item on the menu is a tossed salad.
And how much is that?
Good for me.
How much is it?
200 pokey.
Oh, okay.
200?
Is this like Call of Jordan? Do they have an unlimited soup and salad deal or something?
Yeah.
No.
Unlimited breadsticks.
Unlimited. Oh god, I don't even know if I want food here. I don't have the money.
They're expensive here. This is why I stated it's the kind of fancy restaurant that you would take somebody on a first date or for your anniversary. It's very expensive.
Let's go find somewhere it's cheaper.
We're too poor for this place.
Yeah. We're too poor for this place.
Later.
I'm surprised that they didn't kick us out.
Later.
I got kicked.
They don't discriminate, especially when you walk in with somebody in a suit.
We look like forest people, you fucker. We've been through the woods.
So you have one person who's in a suit, and then you have another person who looks like a reporter. It's quite possible that you guys had the money.
He's not wrong.
I had to quit my job to go on this adventure, you fuckers.
Yes, you did.
Wait, he quit? I thought he got fired.
No, he had to leave. He had to quit on the spot from the Pokemart that he worked at. Poor Adrian had to quit his job. So did Golden. Had to quit the Pika place and leave at a moment's notice.
So, when this adventure is over and you guys have plenty of money, I'm gonna send you a bill.
Yeah, you would all get paid for that.
Well,
Yet the only one with a constant income currently is Zane, and that's if he calls in and gets
I need a place
information to his
I
boss.
need to get to a place to sit down. I don't. Probably at the Pokemon
So,
Center. Probably you.
you're gonna probably. Let's like go find somewhere else.
Yeah. What? Is Golden just gonna stay there?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got to stay there an inch closer to the table with the two females.
No. I learned my lesson.
Did you
Have
know?
you?
Unless they have important things to say about it, and then no.
You would have to get closer to find out and not get spot.
Yeah, well, just like you don't know her, she doesn't really know you. Otherwise, she might have been a little more hesitant to threaten you the way she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out
think
of
that-
curiosity, did she like hear what her brother said about me and how I reacted about it?
Probably not. But probably paying attention.
So, hearing the words, yes, she's very perceptive. She has to keep her brother on task most of the time.
Oh. So she heard
Um,
everything.
But see your reactions? No.
So she heard it, but didn't see your reaction.
I pretty much been. Never mind.
Well, you get a chance anyway, but
That would be like she'd be like, "What the fuck? The fuck got him scared about? Like I thought I scared him half to death.
oh well.
Is there someone more scarier than me? Oh, this
Wait.
cat, dude.
It's my job. I'm just supposed to be the scary one.
I know, everybody's trying to take Adrian's job up in here.
Alright, then I guess we'll look around for another restaurant. I guess the only one is the top left, if I'm correct.
Yes. It doesn't take you long to find it.
You want to do the perception roll to see what it is? Or...
Well, I see.
60.
8.
I am legit looking around.
Let me see. Let me remember how to spell this Mon name.
Is that a coyote giving us the bird as we walk by?
What?
That's just the kind of sprite that he has. It's not the actual.
He
way
just like he sees us
is.
and he's like flicking it off because we're humans.
I don't discriminate. I'll be whatever you want.
He's like extremely racist.
I think Adrian's the only one who's racist here. Maybe.
I have not insinuated any of that at all.
Well, I know, but out of character. Maybe.
So, this is the Tauros roast.
Ooh. Sounds expensive.
Is it like Texas house or something? Like that? What is that name?
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
It is a steakhouse kind of thing.
Oh. Hey.
It's not nearly as expensive as the Gruja drop, but it is still more on the expensive side as far as as far as restaurants go. You know,
Well, you're in a place we're in a place near a lab, so they would have the most expensive food. Maybe. I don't know. I'm guessing.
I feel like you're gonna have to. We should just go to the Pokemart and buy some cheap food.
Well, you are a chef. Can't you make food?
Oh yeah, I forgot I can make.
of all the things to forget, they also have a big mart here, which
Oh, can we see what's in this mart, or is it just the same like last time?
So, as far as actual game items goes, it's the same as the items that you had the choice of before. Um, However,
Hmm.
as far as, you know, mundane items, meaning food, beverage, things like that, it has a bigger stock.
Yeah.
Food. All right.
Uh, the the kind of amount of selection and stuff difference is like between going to a Walgreens and a Walmart.
Cool.
Uh,
We could like pick up some like stuff, and then we can find a place, and I can cook all this stuff.
probably do it out in the forest. Probably best place we can do it.
Yeah.
Or you
I
can
can make
get a room and do it, or you can go stay at the Pokemon Center and do it.
Well,
It's up to you, really.
Do they have like their own kitchens and stuff that we can cook in?
in the Poke Center.
Yeah.
In the Poke Center,
Yes.
generally, they only expect people to stay there for a few nights at most. If you stay over 2 nights, they'll ask you to leave, but they do have all the amenities needed for people to be able to rest, eat well, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And now we're Pokemon trainers, so it doesn't look weird. It makes it easier.
Another thing they do is they do also provide a nice continental breakfast.
That's nice.
Cool.
Let's grab whatever you want and let's. I guess head to the Pokemon Center.
Uh.
Or whatever you need, really. Since you're the cook.
Yeah. For this, instead of you stating the exact ingredients you need, just state how many different ingredients you're going to get.
What can he cook, actually? What's the only thing? What can he cook? Or can he just make food? Any general food?
As far as fluff stuff goes, he can make anything. If you want actual items that'll give buffs, then he has very specific things.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I was wondering.
I
I
am
know,
going to make my personal favorite. I'm gonna put it in the Monday thing.
I was just expecting you to put it here in the chat.
Oh. Don't know
But,
how.
you know, the Monday thing's fine too.
I don't know how to post in chat.
Oh, the photo.
Picture's saved on my phone, so
Oh.
yeah. That is
Oh, that from, I know exactly what that is. That is from
Food Wars.
Food Wars. The very first big dish that you get introduced to that Yukihira made.
That looks like a bacon-wrapped baked potato.
That's exactly what it is.
Nice.
I tried to make it for the get together I had a couple days ago. We tried to make it, but my mother kept on adding like recipes and stuff to it, and then like I was going to like do what the recipe says, but like my mother, like I turned around, she pulls out the pot pan, stuff all the mashed potatoes with underneath the bacon, on top of the bacon, and then layer bacon. This is what the evil concoction left behind if the picture loads in. But some people said it was good, but it just, as I uploaded this, everyone hated it.
Wow, that does not look like what I see in the other image.
Yeah,
It's really not.
That
Yep.
looks uncooked.
It is uncooked. Is it uncooked?
yeah, it was going to go right into the oven. I
Oh,
didn't. Sadly, my mother covered it before I had a chance to take a picture of it.
mhm.
She was like, "No, uncover it." I'm like, "Fine, it's my recipe, it's my thing. Fine."
All right, so you're gonna start making.
Yeah,
A
my
baking-
mother is very like she destroys all recipes. It's like, "Oh, it has to feed the entire family." I don't want to feed the entire family. I want to feed it myself.
All right, so you're gonna make that when we get to the Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
Alright. So that, if I remember correctly, only had about 5 ingredients to it.
I had onions. I had there was onions. There is cauliflower,
Onion, potato,
potato,
bacon.
mushrooms. They had the bacon, potato, and there's also the red wine, soy sauce, and a stick of.
Okay, so like 9 or 10 items.
Yeah.
Alright.
How much
So
money
it's
do you
gonna
think
cost you.
that's? Yeah.
It's gonna cost about 1,000. I'm for generic items. I'm just saying it's $100, 100 pokey per item. That's very inexpensive throughout the entire book for anything. So
It feeds us and some like 2 other people who was there at the time.
All right, so you got the $1,000 to make all that.
I have I got like 10,000.
Oh wow.
Just make it. Let's just bake an onion.
Yeah.
All right.
don't change that number. There's an actual cash tracker.
How you take it down?
Subtract. And the thing.
Yeah, if you go to the cash tracker tab, there's a column. Column C is
Where's the cash
the
tracker?
gain loss. It's on the bottom with all the tabs. It's the very last tab.
Oh, okay. I see it. Jesus. How? So.
So column C, gain loss, you just put minus and then the number and then hit enter. It auto does it for you, auto calculates, and then over here underneath starting cash fund, it tells you why it's the source, meaning just when you lost it, why you lost it or gained that money.
Can you write it down for me? Because I'm very slow at typing and I don't want to be talking in the mic with using my autocorrect.
Simple as that. Just put
All right.
minus 1,000 for food.
Food. I spent 1,000 money for food for everyone.
Yes.
Yay!
Like, it's a big meal. It's like feeds us and someone like maybe whoever with us.
Feeds you and your Pokemon.
Yeah, it feeds
Yeah.
us and our Pokemon.
Actually, let's see. How does it taste? That's the question. Does it taste good? Like, do we know it tastes good?
Roll your intuition.
Intuition. Let me look at mine. I don't think mine's a
Golden's intuition.
Oh, Golden.
He's the chef.
Right.
You guys, it doesn't matter how high the other two of you roll for intuition or how low. It will not affect how good he cooks the food.
That's true. So what's his intuition?
So, what role do I have to do?
So you're doing an intuition roll. So that's your 4d6 roll. Because chef is based off of intuition.
4d6?
Yes.
Oh!
Oh, wasn't good.
It came out about how it did after tampering.
God damn it.
Like, you simply just missed the step where you're supposed to roll it up, and you're like, wait, okay, how is this supposed to come together? And you just kind of did your best to make it look alright.
I did what my mother did.
Yes. Well, that's why I said that's how it came out after tampering.
I mean,
we should move our characters to the.
Oh, right. Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless you want to flirt with that guy over there.
We don't judge, Adrian.
You say that till he does it.
Hey, I'm not gonna judge. I don't judge the people how they are.
if anything, I am the least worthy of judgment at this point.
What is up with my roll today? This is fucking stupid.
So,
It happens. I mean, Adrian got 2 1s in his.
Hmm. So, the first bite.
Surprisingly, everyone at the family reunion did say it was pretty good. So,
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's pretty good. It didn't come out about as good as it didn't to what Golden was expecting to put out. It wasn't as good as what he was expecting,
Hmm.
but for the most part, it's all right. It's worthy of, about 3 stars out of 5.
I give it a 3 out of 5.
I was going for another way, but it was an anime that my sister showed me before. Anyway, yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, then leave us a like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, as nobody wants to miss an episode of what happens to these guys as they continue on their way. Thank you again for watching. If you didn't find something that you didn't like, then please leave it in the comments so that way we can always improve. And if we get as you subscribe, please leave us unique little things that you might like to see. Maybe the DM can work in some events. Until next time, we're out.